Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know that a lot of creatives and entrepreneurs follow me, which is cool. So with me being a creative entrepreneur myself, I definitely get a lot of questions about how to get started, what gear to use, so many different things that I think every beginner creative or anybody who is just looking to start their own business has questions about. So I wanted to take this video to give you guys 5 tips for new entrepreneurs and creatives and how to get started. So tip number 1, establish a digital footprint. I'm not gonna go too deep in depth with this one. I feel like if you are beginning your journey as an entrepreneur, then you need to have a website. You need to have social media pages up for your business or your brand. The only thing I will tell you guys is, 1, if you do have a business or a brand that is kind of separate from you, or you're not like the face of it or whatever, I think that it's important to just kind of have a separate page. So if you don't really want to be the face of your brand, but you want to sell products or services or whatever it is, then I would probably recommend creating another page for that. But if you do want to be the face and you want to integrate that into your personal brand, then it can be, on your personal page. I think that if you already have a following and people that support you for who you are and what you do on your personal page, then you can really just craft the page that you have now to reflect your service offers or maybe your products or whatever it is, and you can build from there. Oh, and another thing I'll say about setting up your digital footprint is to be consistent across platforms. So whatever your name is on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, make sure that it's basically all the same thing, just so that when someone wants to work with you or purchase from you, they know exactly what to look up to find you. So that's very important. That's also a whole other video. So if you guys want more information on being more searchable online or on social, then definitely let me know in the comments below. One more thing about creating a social page is that if you are integrating your brand onto your personal page or your business page, please do not be shy in showing what you do, what you sell, any of that, because I hate going to someone's page and they're like, yeah, check me out, check out my business, and all they have is like their website or whatever, but they have nothing else in there telling about what they do or any other information about them. So your page is kind of like your portfolio. So if you really want to attract more customers, more clients, more whoever, make sure that you are showing what you do consistently on a daily basis, because that's very important. So tip number 2, get everything in writing. Verbal agreements are not something that you should rely on. Make sure whatever you do verbally agree with your client or customer, make sure that you have that in writing too, because when you go back, if someone wants to sue you or get a refund or whatever it is, you have like them basically saying and agreeing to these terms. I also think that if you are a freelancer, that you do need to have some type of service agreement or contract, because this is the number one reason why a lot of creatives are overworked and underpaid. It's because they're basically, agreeing to something, and then there are no like parameters, there are no set deliverables. It's just kind of like, okay, let's go ahead and do it. I have definitely done that in the beginning of my journey to being a full-time entrepreneur, and it's not worth it. Before anything happens, have them sign something stating that, this is what we're going to do within the project. This is how much it's going to be. You can even go into details talking about, this is how long I have rights to the files, or you have rights to the files. This is how the files will be used, things like that. So just make sure you have that somewhere. And I think as your business continues to build and grow, you can invest in lawyers or people who can give you a really thorough write-up for your business or your brand. Tip number 3, do not sell yourself short. So I did this in the beginning of my journey, and ooh, you will feel as if this is not worth it. As creatives or entrepreneurs, our first priority is to serve. And I think that when you're not charging your worth, it can kind of start to feel like a burden. Everything that you do, all of the work that it takes, the time, the research, the whatever it takes to develop the project that you're creating, that needs to be priced. It needs to be in the invoice, especially influencers. I think that a lot of us influencers really get lowballed because, we're not putting in our rates the time it takes to set up, right? Makeup, equipment, editing, things like that. It's not as simple as snapping a picture and going. Like, you have to write copy for the captions, you have to do hashtag research, you have to do all of these things for a brand, so that needs to be in the invoice as well. So please make sure your pricing is inclusive of everything it takes to make that project. And also remember that there's a reason why people are coming to you and reaching out to you for your services or your products. It's because you're the expert. So do not feel like you have to pull back at all. Also, charging too low, people will start to feel like the quality of your work or whatever you're selling isn't worth investing into. Just be confident in what you are able to deliver. And of course, make sure that you're over delivering. Make sure that you're giving so much value to whoever's purchasing that, they want to refer more people and things like that. But at the end of the day, you do need to charge your worth, or it's not really gonna feel worth it. Tip number 4, do not be afraid to work your way up. I think the biggest reason why so many entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs do not get started in their business is because they feel like they don't have enough resources. They don't have enough experience. They don't have enough something. And guys, you really just have to get started, because you're not going to get that experience if you don't get started or if you don't start from somewhere. We don't all, come out the woodworks and have everything put together. It takes time. And if you never really get started, then you're never really going to build that momentum. I think I saw a TikTok where this lady, she had taken a bobby pin. Yeah, she had taken a bobby pin and flipped it until she had gotten a house. That's her goal, to get a house. And I think at the end of the video, from what I saw, she had worked her way up to getting like a camera set. I think she even got a laptop. So I think you should take that same metaphor and apply it to your business. If you only have an entry-level camera, if you only have these few products, if you only have a small amount of resources, you have to be able to know how to flip that to get to where you want to be. Don't be afraid to start small. It's very important that you just get started. And my last tip, which is the most important of all of them, make sure that you have a strategy for gaining clients and gaining customers. It's great to have everything put together. You have this nice, beautiful website, your social is on point, everything is working, but you're not getting any sales. No one's really inquiring about your services, and that can suck. When I first started, I relied heavily on word of mouth. But I think that right now, since we are in different circumstances, being online and being in the digital space consistently is really where you're gonna see the most results. I would highly recommend creating a marketing plan for your business. This is probably the thing that should be done before you even create your website, your socials, get a logo, any of that stuff. Because if you have all of that set up, but you don't have a strategy for how you're gonna market yourself, then you're not gonna get any sales, you're not gonna get anyone inquiring about your services, and it's kind of gonna feel like you put in all that work for nothing. If you don't feel like you're able to market your services or your products, you should probably switch it up and figure out how can this be valuable to somebody else. So definitely do some digging, do some research on how other people in your industry market their products or services. And if you do need help figuring this out for your brand or your business, I actually offer services for for new entrepreneurs and small business owners who are looking to create a solid audience online. If you're trying to figure out your branding, if you really want to get started but you don't really know how to create your own strategy, then definitely click the link down below and let's chat. If you watched all the way to the end, I want to learn more about you and what you do. Plug yourself in the comments below. Let's go ahead and network, chat it up, and yeah. So if you got to the end, thank you so much. Please feel free to plug your business or brand down below. I want to hear from you guys. Please let me know what other questions you have about entrepreneurship, small business, content creation. Let me know in the comments below and I'll try to answer them in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, where's my plan? Okay. That's a little bit better. We gotta get the plant in there, you know what I'm saying? A little plant action, plant in the background, makes it look a little different, little dynamic. All right, anyways, or should I move a little bit this way? Let's not even do that. Okay, so here we go.